I mean, talking to these trad institutions, right? You have another one. You have Sotheby's.
Yes.
Right? Boo, what's up? Boo, what's up?
Okay, look. So we had the Shroom Toshi auctions. We had the Bitcoin Shrooms. One of them sold for what, 240K? Yeah. The other one sold for 100K. Sotheby's said we could farm way more money off these motherfuckers. Let's run it back. So we actually have a bunch of different artists from Ordinals, and actually like new artists. I think there's one sick artist is gonna be his first piece on Ordinals is being auctioned right now.
Yeah.
Interesting thing is like the value of his piece is like way higher on the Sotheby Ordinal auction than like any of his other pieces. So that's like a super fascinating like trade of value to that. But we also have a lot of sub 10K inscriptions in the art. We have cool artists in, but most importantly, that really interested me is the Sotheby's is auctioning black uncommon sats, and they're also auctioning other just rare sats
other
in general.
Rare sats too, yeah.
Yeah. So like, I want to go back to a lot of artists. I think Lucrece has this
yes, that's a sick ass piece.
Yeah, unbelievable.
One of the largest auctions ever, I think, for him.
Crazy. Well. The black sat category, which is
it was super interesting. I was like, rare sats, expected, but they acknowledged black sats.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
it's not just it's not just the sats. I know you remember this. It's the canvases, like bidding on these canvases that are untouched, unscathed with any artwork or any metadata.
See, I actually look at it differently though, Troy. Like,
sure, that's what the show's about. Different thoughts.
Yeah, no, I think that Ordinals as a meta protocol is the canvas, and then the sats are sort of an interesting frame. That's the way I sort of look at it.
So would you say that this is the first time that like at an auction house, like an art auction house, they're selling the frame?
Yes.
That's interesting.
That's never before seen, unprecedented, and super sexy.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I mean, obviously, we all collect different rare sats here. I think you have like commenters that's going. I think we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool to see like Sotheby's leaning into this, and I think like again like going back to these trad institutions, like Sotheby's is like a 100+ year old institution. Art house that has auctioned off some of the most famous paintings in the world is paying notice to Ordinals, which is like just over a year old. That's nuts. Where's Christie's at? We need some more competition.
Wait, can I do something for chat real quick?
Yeah.
The first person in chat to tell me what sats the battalion are inscribed on gets whitelist.
Oh shit.
Okay, continue.
Oh shit.
Continue.
Should we? Because is it going to happen in seconds?
I'll see. You can continue.
Okay.
I just wanted to put that in chat.
I want to chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm confused. Okay.
But yeah, I think the Sotheby's thing is super cool. Like, we had a Thank You X who had a drop today, right? Yeah. He came on our spaces like 2 days in a row. It was funny because somebody was talking shit about Sotheby's. They're like, yeah, fuck Sotheby's. They're just milking, blah, blah, blah.
Damn.
And I was like, well, we got Thank You X, who's actually a Sotheby's featured artist. Like, let's get his perspective. And he had a great, like, honest perspective. He's basically
Sex wins.
For some people, for some artists, it's going to be a really good thing. Some artists won't be able to work with them. And it's just like, it's just one of those things. Like we want Ordinals to be a large scale industry.
Yeah.
And you want all the players in. Like Ashby and Bugatti were one of the first major brands to launch. And like some people don't like that.
Yeah. I will say though, I will say though, with these big institutions like Sotheby's, they're like, the gateway is open, but there's also the gatekeep, and we have 100%. We have to train them because it's our shit collectively that they want, right? It's like having an agent. They want to take 10% of the blood that you fucking are pumping out and that you're working for, and they understand that. But like, we just can't like sell out all the time. In terms of like maybe inclusion and. So
you look at this as like a sellout.
No, I'm saying that like let's take our good friend Patrick Amadon for instance. Like he walked away from Sotheby's the day before of these glitch artists pioneers that were supposed to be highlighted, and none of them were women, and there are a lot of female glitch artists. That is like a man of like honor and fucking like he just walked away, and with that statement of walking away is amazing. And
that was the first time I think that was like one of the first times I was like at IRL Alpha, and like I was reading that story. I was fascinated by that.
It's just
like, bro, that's so like Chad-like.
It's just training. Like there's no rush to any of this shit. We're gonna be. This is a growth industry every day. We're fucking sharpening our fucking tools and learning shit, and that is like there's no in tech other than tech. There's no industry that's like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think that's important to be able to train these people as like walk the dog. Let's say you're walking the dog instead of getting
first, run later.
Instead of getting walked by the dog.
Gotcha.
Anyway, that's my take on that.
Yeah,
How
I don't
often
know.
Are you walked by the dog, Troy?
When I was a kid, the Doberman, like when they'd see a mailman, I would be dragged on the because I was young and the Dobermans picked. But anyway,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I mean, listen, we got of course more topics. We got an Ordinals update.
Yeah.
It's been another
Ordinals
crazy
update.
week in of course Ordinals. We